Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? My name is Deborah. Welcome to another edition of Cdrama with Deborah. I know it's been really long since I last made like 10 dramas that I'm currently watching. I know I missed May and April, and it's so funny. No, I missed April and what was the month before April? January, February, March. I missed March and April. And my friend, it's so funny because my friend sent me a message and she's like, Deborah, I need like drama reviews, like what should I watch? Tell me recommendations. And so I told her, and then the next month in April I missed it again, and then she sent me a message. She's like, Deborah, I don't think you understood the last time I was giving you a hint that you've not uploaded yet. And I am out of dramas to watch. When are you gonna upload? And I had another friend who also reached out to me on Twitter. She's like, Deborah, I need Taiwanese dramas to watch. Like, what should I watch? And the reason why I really did not have time to come here and tell you all what I was watching, even though I was watching dramas before I finally took a break in April, for some time, not throughout the month of April, I don't know how I've survived, but for a long time, like 2 weeks and stuff, is because I had exams. Like, I was really busy. I had a lot of exams that I could not afford to fail. So I was really starting for, especially last month, I really badly wanted to like make my 10 dramas. I had the list all written out even for the previous month and stuff, but I just couldn't do it. I had to pass my exams, and I did pass my exams. Hallelujah. So now I have the time. It's summer break. I have the time to watch all the dramas I want to watch and make all the reviews I want to make and stuff. So I'm like, let me just come here and tell you guys the dramas I'm watching right now. And I know we just entered May, so some of these dramas will be from April. Some of the dramas that I watched in April that I don't really think you should watch, I might drop out of this list. Some of them that I really liked and I'm still watching now, or I just feel like you need to check out, I'll include in May's list. So this is gonna be the 10 dramas that I watched April/May. Alright, without further ado, grab your teacups and come along with me on this journey as I tell you about the 10 dramas I'm currently watching and give you suggestions on what to watch. Alright, let's go. Coming at number 10, the drama that I'm currently watching is called Takane to Hana. It's a Japanese drama that only 3 episodes are out, but only 2 have been subbed right now. But don't worry, as for Japanese dramas, they always get on subbing them real fast. It's kind of like K-dramas where there's a subbing community for it that's always on point, kind of like Thai dramas. But it's about this guy who comes from a very wealthy family, and his granddad is looking for a wife for him. And so his granddad sets him up on this blind date with the family of this really poor girl, because the granddad wants him to marry someone from a poor family, feeling like they have like the right attitude and humility and things like that. So he tries to hook his grandson up with this low-level employee in their company's daughter. And so the low-level employee in the company has 2 daughters, his first daughter and his second daughter. Now his first daughter is this party girl and stuff, likes having fun, and she has her own boyfriend. So when her dad told her, hey, come, I have a guy for you that I think you'd really like, he's from a wealthy family, let me set you up on a date. She was like, I'm not interested, I don't want to be held down in marriage right now in my life, things like that. And so she refused to go, and the dad couldn't deny his boss, obviously, so he begged his second daughter, who is still in high school. Mind you, our male lead is not in high school. I know this kind of sounds wrong, but our male lead is not in high school, even though he doesn't look it. But our female lead is in high school, so he tells his second daughter to please come on the blind date, wear makeup and dress like she's not in high school, and try to deceive them that she's her sister. And so she agrees, because if she doesn't go, there's the possibility of her dad losing his job, and she's the like responsible one of the 2. Sounds like a Thai drama. For those of you who watch Thai dramas, you know what I'm saying. This sounds like the recipe for a Thai drama. Anyways, so she goes to this blind date, and when she gets there, she's sitting down with the guy, and they're doing the introductions with the grandfather and her father and the son. And so the son suddenly says, girl is wearing too much makeup that makes her look hideous and stuff, and he just basically talks down on her and calls her trash. And so she gets mad and she flips on him. She jumps on the table, she flips. You know, Japanese drivers have to go the whole extra mile. She jumps on the table, she flips on him, she removes her wig, I think, and stuff, and she walks out of the place. And immediately she leaves, the guy is just there like open-mouthed and in awe, and he's like, damn, I think I just found a girl I want to marry. And stuff, because she could talk back to him and she was real. She wasn't as fake as the other girls who only wanted him for his money. And hence begin their fake relationship. So he goes to meet her and he convinces her to go on dates with him, to make his grandfather stop sending him on blind dates, or otherwise he's going to sack her father. And so she agrees to go on a blind date with him to like various occasions and stuff like that. And the more they hang out, the more this guy falls in love with her, and she falls in love with him and stuff. But that's the story. I really like this drama. It's really cute. It's everything I like in J-drama, so I'm definitely not complaining. You should definitely check it out. I'll put links down below for where you can check it out. There are various places where you can check it out. I will also put links to the original subber who actually subs this drama. I feel like I should only put links to himself just because but I know there's certain countries that may not have access to that particular link and stuff, so I'm only putting those other links just because certain countries don't have access to those links. But I'll put a link to the direct subber so we give him credit where it's due. The next drama coming at number 9 is A Journey to Meet Love, starring Jing Tian and Chen Xiao. And this is a drama that basically starts with the story of two friends who are in this place called Shangri-La, which basically looks like Antarctica, and there's a whole like snow blizzard that happens in there, and one of them dies, one of them survives. The one who survives steals the artwork of his friend and claims it as his and goes back into the world. He becomes wealthy, he becomes rich, right? And so a few years later, he decides that he wants, or his wife convinces him to sell that artwork. And so he said, okay, he's gonna sell the artwork for charity reasons and all. And so he puts it on for display. And then this girl comes in, and the girl is Jing Tian, our female lead. She comes in with this art dealer to buy the artwork. And you can see from the way she's looking at the artwork that this girl has a history with the artwork. And it turns out, like in her memories, they show us that it was actually her father that drew that artwork. So at first, I know I'm already giving you a spoiler of what exactly happened, but it's not really a big spoiler because you find that in the first episode. I just re-strategized and rearranged things. But it was at that point, because at first we're thinking, okay, is it her dad is her dad the artist and stuff? Because we already know that she and the guy's son, the artist's son, are going to fall in love. But we're thinking, is that guy her dad? But then it turns out that he's not her dad, that the guy stole from her dad, and she's here to take the artwork back. She's here to buy the artwork back. And so she goes into the bidding center with the art dealer, and they go in and she bids for the artwork for like I think $5 million or so, a lot of money. And so she ends up buying the artwork, but there's a twist to it. When she buys the artwork, it turns out that she actually tricked the art guy that she came with into thinking he was buying the artwork, but she created a fake of the artwork so she could have the original copy and have her dad's original, and gave the guy a fake, but the guy had no idea that she gave him a fake. And so she goes back home, and it turns out that this girl actually lives a very poor life. She doesn't have money, she's in extreme debt. Now that's Jing Tian's story. Come in Sheng Xiao. Now Sheng Xiao is this guy who works in the police station. He wants to work as a detective. He wants to work in a different unit than where he works, and so he always like gets involved each time there's an issue going on. So during that day that the art bid was going on, he was at the same hotel with Jing Tian, and he saw some shady things going on, and he's there recording and following the bad guys. At the end of the day, he succeeded in catching the bad guys. But to save himself from the bad guys catching him, he places the camera in Jing Tian's bag. right? And so Jing Tian has no idea about this, and she goes back home not knowing that this guy has placed an important piece of evidence in her bag. And so he goes back to the station, and basically he's shouted on by his supervisors for getting involved in a case that another team was working on, but that makes that other team say they want him on their team, and so they take him on to the drug unit. And so when he goes into the drug unit, we find out that they're investigating this case about drug dealing through what they suspect to be that ad bidding situation that happened that him and Jing Tian were at. And so they suspect that Jing Tian, after some investigations, they find out that that original artwork is actually a fake, and they suspect that Jing Tian is part of the drug cartel business, not knowing that this girl just wanted to steal her father's artwork. So they put him to her as a spy to go befriend her as a spy so he can find out secrets and find out if she's really who she says she is. Now Jing Tian is on a mission for revenge, right? And she goes to the guy who stole her father's artwork son, and she tries to befriend his son. And the son is this guy who doesn't he doesn't work in his father's business, even though his family is rich, and he's trying to create this app for traveling. And so Jing Tian befriends the son of the guy who stole her father's artwork, and you can see that the guy is really attracted to Jing Tian and stuff, and she convinces him not to work in his family's business, but to follow his dreams and do what he wants. And his dream, and she kind of convinces him that she wants to go to this place called Shangri-La, which is the place her father died, and the reason she wants to go there is to expose the whole detail of what happened. And so the son says he wants to go with her and he'll take her, but let him do this whole event for his application app, whereby they're going to go on a journey and they're going to document everything on the journey. And so Jing Tian says awesome, that would be great, she'll go with him and everything. And so he gets money from his parents to go to Shangri-La for that event. And the only reason why his parents give him money is because the drug cartel people are after threatening his dad that if they don't get the original picture that Jing Tian stole, they're going to kill his son. So his dad sends him to Shangri-La thinking, well, they can't kill my son if he's always on live, like Weibo Live and stuff. He's always on Weibo Live and documenting his travels. There's no way they'll kill him. At least he'll be safe for the next few months. So he sends him on that journey, and basically it's a story of how all of them find love, find out the truth on their journey. And I really like this story because it kind of reminds me of Divas Hit the Road, Chinese variety show. If you haven't watched, you should definitely check out, that I absolutely love and stuff. And it's really different from regular dramas. It has a unique difference in terms of, yeah, it has all the revenge and things like that and hidden secrets, but I like that the story is based on them traveling on a bus, and that's what makes it different. I really like. So that's that story. Next, number 8 is Le Coupe De Foudre, and this is a drama based on a book that I really love, titled I Don't Like This World, I Only Like You. And basically it stars Wu Jian or Janice Wu. You may know her from An Oriental Odyssey and stuff. And it also stars Zhang, who was also in An Oriental Odyssey as our second male lead. He's also in right now Plot Dynasty Investigation Team and stuff. But I really like this drama because, like I said, I like the book. And I remember when I first started this drama, I just started the first episode and I was thinking, because I've been waiting for I knew the drama of I Don't Like This World, I Only Like You, the book, was coming out, but I didn't know that it was gonna be Le Coupe De Foudre because it was a totally different name. So when I started watching the drama without even knowing anything about it, and I was just watching because I love Janice, and so I was watching it, and then I'm like, wait, why does this feel like I Don't Like This World, I Only Like You? They just copied this book. And so I quickly paused the drama because it's on YouTube with subs and it's also on Viki. I paused the drama and I quickly went to research, and apparently it's the same thing, and I just felt so bad. I'm like, dang, I've been waiting for this drama forever and I had no idea that this were the same thing and stuff. But anyway, it's basically about this couple, right? A male lead and a female lead who dated while They were in high school / university. They liked each other while they were in high school, and then they dated in university. But there came a time where a male lead left for England, right? And the story is that our male lead rejected our female lead and traveled to England without her, but that's not the truth. There's a whole different truth to it, which I don't know if I want to spoil for you guys or not, but there's a twist to that story. Hopefully you already understand what the twist is from what I just said. But the story that everyone believes is our male lead rejected our female lead and went to England without her. And so our female lead went on to become a script writer who writes stories. And a few years passed, and then our male lead comes back to China from England and they meet again. And this is just a story of how they rekindled their love from then on. And this story is different, or this drama is different in that it shows us their past and their present. So you already know that they're married right now, but you're going to be seeing flashbacks of how they got to the stage they got to now. So it's in 3 parts. It's in the present, the past, and the future. That's how the drama is made. And I really like the story. It's really cute and stuff. And I like that even though our male lead is smart and our female lead is not the smartest, you can see that if she actually studies, she can excel. Like, there's this part I really like where he tells one of the teachers, where basically all her friends are making fun of her, like, dude, how did you pass? And she looks around and she sees how everyone is laughing because they expect her to fail and not be smart and stuff. And so she pretends, stupid girl pretends that, yeah, I'm dumb, I just copied from someone. And that just annoys our male lead because he was a witness to how hard she studied to get to where she got to. And so he comes in and he like exposes everything, how this girl is not dumb. She actually did it all by herself and she studied hard to get to the position she gets to. And I really like that about him and stuff. And I really like that about her, that she's not really dumb once she puts in the effort and stuff. She just doesn't actually like putting in the effort and stuff. So I really like the story. I like their chemistry. I like the whole flashbacks of their high school life and how they are right now. And I like how the husband plays along with all his scripts, basically acts her scripts along with her. So it's a really fun drama. Like I said, it's on YouTube. It's also on Viki. You should definitely check it out. Next drama I'm watching at number 7 is Detective L, starring Bai Lu and Lin Yi. And oh my gosh, Bai Lu is so hot in this. I absolutely love his hair. I feel like they should always do his hair like that in all his dramas because I'm totally here for it. And this is a drama that in a way kind of reminds me of that one drama, what's it called? The name is not in my head right now. That this guy, I can't remember his name. You know the Chinese version of I've loved you 1,700 days or 1,000 days or something like that, where the male lead in that drama, who I really love but I can't remember his name right now, I'll probably remember later, is basically a detective in that drama. And this kind of reminds me of that particular drama. I'll put the name down below because I know I just sound like I'm saying absolute rubbish right now. But basically, it's a story about Detective L. And it's a story about Bai Lu Bai, Detective L, who basically solves cases with the help of Lin Yi, who just recently transferred to that region. And it's one of those detective stories where there's this ultimate bad guy, kind of like what's it called? The one with Wallace, who I dare to love you, or I dare you to love me, something like that. You know the drama I'm talking about? And when a snail falls in love, where it's all interconnected to one bad guy and stuff. So this drama is one of those detective dramas where it's all interconnected to this one bad guy called Captain, who basically is in charge of most of the crimes that are committed, and the crimes are somehow interconnected. And I can't really give much about the story without spoiling each of the stories, but basically it's a story about the crimes that are solved and how they solve those crimes. And like I said, it's interconnected to one bad guy who obviously they have to ultimately take down at the end of the day. But this story doesn't really have much romance in it. You can see hints that Bai Lu might actually like a female lead, and the female lead might actually like Bai Lu, but nothing ever actually happens, at least up to where I am right now in the drama. Nothing has happened, and it doesn't seem like anything will happen till maybe the last episode or the last 2 episodes. But I'm really enjoying this drama. I love Bai Lu's sense of humor in this. That's something I really like about this drama, which I said reminded me of that other detective drama that I really can't remember the name right now, and it's killing me that I can't remember the name. But that's drama. It's a really good drama. You can definitely check it out on YouTube. I'll put the links down below for where to check it out with subs, and they're always on time subbing it on the weekends. The next drama is number 6. It's the Thai drama called Huajai Sila, starring Tor and Fern. And it's kind of funny that Tor, who is our main lead, actually is called Tor too in the drama. So this is what Huajai Sila is about. Huajai Sila basically tells the story of how our male lead grows up with his stepmom and stepbrother in this family where his stepmom is always abusing him, and the only person who takes care of him after he's abused is his neighbor's daughter Fern. That's not her name in the drama. I'm just calling our female lead's actual real name. And so Fern is the only one who actually takes care of him, and they become friends. And her parents, her mom, and her senior sister are always beating her up for helping Tor out and stuff. So one day, Tor is abused by his stepmom, and in the process of running away, he falls into this ocean. And instead of his stepmom to help him, she makes him drown and kind of kills him and watches him die, and she's happy about it. Now fast forward to a few years later, someone comes to this town and we meet this guy who is absolutely wealthy. He has an aunt who runs this prostitution ring or club and stuff where the girls sleep with guys to make money, and he runs the business for his aunt. And it turns out that that guy is actually Tor, the guy who they thought they killed, who his stepmom thought she killed and she watched die. He actually survived, and now he's wealthy, he has his own money, and he's someone that people actually fear because of the person that his aunt is dating. Because of the person his aunt is dating, she's dating this person in a high-ranking position in the government, and because of the person his aunt is dating, no one can touch Tor. And so he comes back and he's wealthy and he wants revenge, and his aunt is trying to stop him from going to get revenge, but this dude is convinced that he's gonna get revenge. And that is further escalated when one of the girls who works for his aunt, who he's very close to, gets pregnant for his stepbrother, and his stepbrother basically beats the baby to death, beats the woman's belly. The woman has a miscarriage, she goes to the clinic, and then his mom comes to the clinic and convinces the girl to kill herself. And so the girl walks out to the balcony and jumps and commits suicide. And so Sila, which is now his new name because his name in the past was Tor, Sila gets mad and he tells his aunt, he's like, look here, I am not going to forgive these people. I want revenge, not just for what they did to me, but they also killed his mom actually. And she's like, I want revenge for me, my mom, and for this girl that just died because of this family. Like, if we leave them, they will keep killing people. Who knows how many people they've hurt so far and stuff. So that's the story of how he wants revenge, and so he comes back to get his revenge. And Fern immediately knows. She's like, wait, this guy is my Tor, like this guy's my oppa. Let me just use the word oppa just because it's the most popular word in terms of all K-drama histories, but she's like, this guy is my P. She's like, this is P Tor. P is like the equivalent of oppa and stuff in the Thai language. And she's like, this is P Tor. And he's like, no. And he keeps denying that he's who she thinks she is, but she's convinced, like, you are who I know you are. Stop denying it. Why are you back? What do you want from us? And she immediately knows that this guy does not mean well. And so he comes back and he's trying to not just put the family, his stepmom's son in debt to him, but he's also trying to date her sister and ruin her sister because her sister was one of the people that were mean to him when he was younger. And so she's trying to protect her sister from him, but her sister thinks she's trying to steal this rich hot guy from her. And so that causes a misunderstanding and problems between her and her sister. And it's the most crazy, awesome drama. They have the most insane chemistry. I absolutely love it and stuff. I can put a link down below where you can watch it, but to watch it, you actually have to pay to watch it and stuff. You need to donate some money. It doesn't matter if it's $1, $2. You need to actually make some donation in order to be able to watch this drama. I know it's in other places, but I don't want to put links to those places because I know they're stealing the subs of Muse, which is the group that's actually subbing it and stuff. So I'm gonna put a direct link to Muse's website if you want to go watch it there, but like I said, you need to make a donation to actually watch it and stuff. That's Huajai Sila. Next, coming at number 5 is Long Distance Relationship, which is a funny drama that I kind of just stumbled upon. And I'm like, okay, I'm bored, I have nothing else to watch, let me just check it out. And it turned out to be actually not bad, okay? It's kind of the story of the same thing that happened to me with Chen's drama, but that's a different story. Anyways, Long Distance Relationship is basically the story of this guy who is extremely wealthy and he's looking for this girl that saved him when he was a kid, but he has been unable to find her. So he comes back to the town where he once lived with his parents before his parents died, and he's a very wealthy guy. And he comes back to the town where he lived with his parents before his parents died to see if he can maybe find the girl or like just reminiscence on memories of his past. And when he comes back with his best friend who is kind of like his brother. And when they come, they meet this girl who basically is always getting into trouble and they're always saving and stuff. And it turns out that that girl was actually the girl who saved him when he was a child. Now the issue is him and his friend fall in love with her. And the girl is in love with our main lead, obviously, but his friend has no idea that those other two are in love with each other. And so that's where the conflict is. That's the whole main conflict of the drama. Apart from that, it's a really nice drama. I know I didn't really sell this drama much to you just because I really don't want to give too much spoilers on what exactly happens with this drama and stuff, and there isn't really much to tell because that's basically the drama and that's basically the story. So that's Long Distance Relationship, and the long distance relationship comes in that he lives in another state and she lives in another state, and he has to go back to his company to take care of his company while she takes care of her kids because she's a teacher and stuff. So basically that's Long Distance Relationship. Maybe I'll do a review when it's done and then I'll give you like an in-depth summary of what exactly this drama is about, because I feel like I really did not do justice right now, but I really don't care enough to tell you more. Which sounds horrible. Okay, the next drama is number 4, Brightest Star in the Sky, starring Tao, who was an EXO member, and Wu Jian, Janice Wu again and stuff. And this is basically a story of Tao, who is this celebrity idol who has attitude issues and stuff. But if you ask me, all the things they say this dude has attitude, I feel like they just misunderstand him. And so yeah, this is your typical idol drama. If you really don't want to watch like an idol drama, then this is not the drama for you. But I definitely do like it. I do take breaks in between and watch other things, and then I come back when I want something just lighthearted and not too serious and stuff. So if you definitely don't want anything too serious and you really don't mind that you might wait till the end of the episode and till the end of the drama or a few episodes to the end of the drama to see a kiss scene, then yeah, definitely check it out and stuff. I definitely like it, and I love all the bickering between Wu Jian and Tao. I'll put a link down below for the people who sub it, which is Tao's fan club and stuff. I know it's being taken by other places that put in subs and stuff so you can watch for free, but I'm not gonna put a link down below to them just because I know this fan club works really hard to give us this subs. So let's show them some appreciation. So I'll put a link down below for that. Next at number 3 is the Legends. And from just hearing me talk, you know I am obsessed with this drama, okay? Starring Zukai. I was about to say Zukai Chen. They're 2 different people there, right? 2 different people. Starring Kai Bai Lu. And I absolutely love this drama. This is a drama about Lu Xiao, who is this girl who grew up in this place, this town where they were cut off from the outside world and blocked from stepping out from their kingdom just because the demon king's son, the demon prince, was held captive in that place. And so there was this theory in the good sect that it's a wuxia drama. There was this theory in the good sect that those people, because the demon lord's, the demon prince's son, the demon king's son, the demon prince lived there, they took some of his dark powers in them, and so they're evil. Now one day this guy comes into that place and he's injured, and Lu Xiao sees him. That's our female lead, Bai Lu. She sees him, she takes him into her home, she treats him, and she helps him get better. And he's kind of shocked because he has always expected that these people are bad people. And so he makes her promise that she will always be a good person, she will never turn bad. And she falls in love with him and she just wants to make him happy. So she says, yeah, I'll never be a bad person, I'll always be good, I promise, I'll prove to you that I'm a good person. And so he leaves the country, the state, whatever you want to call it. And when he leaves, we find out that this guy's not just anybody. He's the golden deity, which basically means his body is made out of gold and his body cannot be ruined and stuff. And he's the head of all the good sects and stuff. Like, if you could basically say he's a king. He's not really a king, they don't call him a king, but he's the equivalent to a king for the good sects. And so she one day convinces her grandfather to let her leave, and he lets her leave. And so she gets out of the place and she goes around doing good, and she wants to find that guy that she falls in love with, which is the gold deity. And so one day she goes to this town where she finds out that they're trying to kill this guy, because they say the guy is the demon prince's son who escaped from where he was held by his father, because his father trapped him in that place and told him he'd come for him, but somehow he broke through and he got out. And this good sex people found him, and so they wanted to kill him. And so when she runs into it, she's mad that they want to kill him for the simple reason that he's a bad guy, but they have no proof that he's a bad guy. He hasn't killed anybody, he hasn't harmed anyone, he looks so meek. And she's like, what gives you the audacity to kill someone and call the person bad just because you say he's bad? Why should I believe that he's bad just because you say he's bad? And so, because she wants to prove that she's a good person to the guy that she falls in love with, she says she's going to save this dude, and anyone that wants to touch him has to come through her first. And so she makes a deal with them that if she's able to go through a fight with one of their best fighters and she wins and she still stays standing, that she can take the so-called demon prince's son away. And so she gets involved in the fight and she succeeds in still staying standing. So she takes the demon prince's son away. And when she takes the demon prince's son away, basically goes and they hide in this place away from the wall so nobody comes to capture him. And the gold deity finds out about what she did, but you can see that he's conflicted. Everyone is telling him, go kill her, go kill her, go kill her. But he's conflicted about killing her because this is basically the girl that helped keep him alive. But finally though, he goes to get the bad guy and he's like, no one should kill this girl, just bring me the bad guy. So they get the bad guy and they're about to kill this bad guy again, and Lu Xiao comes to save him. And she refuses to let what's his name, the gold deity, harm him. And because of that, she gets arrested. And Lu Xiao is mad at him, like, why are you arresting me? What did I do wrong? Why are you chaining me? Why am I being tortured? what did I do wrong? And the gold deity tells her, well, you should never have helped that demon prince's son. That was your mistake. And she's like, dude, this guy is not evil. I have lived with him for days. He didn't do anything to me. He didn't do anything to anybody. What gives you the right to determine who is evil and who is not? And so she just basically talks about the hypocrisy of the good sect and how people actually think they're good, but from what they're doing to her and how they're torturing her and how they're torturing this innocent boy that has done nothing, it's obvious that they are the evil sect and they're not the good sect. And so she promises revenge and stuff. So somehow she escapes, and she escapes by her grandfather coming to save her and giving up his life for her. And so she goes mad, like raving mad, and from then she becomes evil, and she basically almost destroys the whole good sect. She becomes a force to be reckoned with in the world that no one can dare, and she actually succeeds in killing the gold deity. I already told you he can't die. So she succeeds in killing the gold deity. And when she succeeds in killing the gold deity, she goes to get the sword some years later. That if she gets the sword, she'll be the #1 in the world. But in the process of getting that sword, Lu Xiao ends up dying, and instead the guy, the demon prince's son, ends up getting the sword, and she thinks he betrayed her. She thinks he got the sword for himself and let her die. So a few years later, somehow she escapes and from where she is held in this frozen statue. And the story, there's a backstory for why she didn't actually die, but instead she was held in a frozen statue, which I'm not gonna spoil for you because it's a really, really nice story. But and so this niece of one of the good sects escapes the good sect because she sees one of the other leaders of the good sect killing her father. And so she decides she wants to go and join the evil sect, now run by the demon prince. And so on her way escaping, she sees the frozen body of Lu Xiao. And as she's staring at it, something happens where their blood meets. And so Lu Xiao is able to come out, her spirit is able to come out, or her body, her spirit, I don't know what to call it, is able to come out of that frozen statue. But while she can see Lu Xiao as herself, Lu Xiao and her, when they look at the mirror, they see the girl's face on Lu Xiao. So Lu Xiao to the world carries the face of the girl, but to each other they can see their real selves and stuff. And so the girl tells Lu Xiao everything that's going on with her, and Lu Xiao promises to help her if she helps Lu Xiao. And so they go to that bad sect, and Lu Xiao's aim of going to that bad sect is to kill the bad guy, the demon prince's son, who she feels betrayed her, and she's out to get him and she wants to kill him. But in the process she finds out that this dude did not actually betray her, and in the process obviously they fall in love, etc and etc. And it's a really nice story. I definitely like it. I like how they did not make Lu Xiao weak at all. Like, she's one of the strongest female leads ever who can fight, and they didn't just make her useless and stuff and always dependent on the guy to be saved and things like that. Lu Xiao doesn't need a guy to save her, she saves the guys and stuff. So I really like that about that story. Definitely check it out. Productive Procrastinator is subbing it, but I know it's also being subbed by someone else on the original actual YouTube channel. So I'll put links down below for both places for you to go check out, and some other places too that are subbing it for you to go check out where to watch it. But I definitely like the legends, and I think you should definitely give it a try. It's an awesome drama and stuff. The next drama that I'm watching in #2 is Put Your Head on My Shoulder, starring Lin Yi and Ling Fei. And this is my first time seeing Ling Yi, but Ling Fei I saw in Master Devil Do Not Kiss Me, which I made a review for if you remember, and if you're not new to my channel. But Put Your Head on My Shoulders basically tells the story of this girl who has this childhood friend who she's in love with, and the childhood friend is also in love with her. but he's scared of commitments. So each time she needs him for something very important, he's never there, he's never really around, and he always misses the things and stuff. So this day she has this interview she needs to go for, and on the way to the interview, her childhood friend is giving her a ride to the interview, and they get into an accident with another guy that's riding a bike. And this guy is our main lead, Lin Yi. And so Lin Yi comes, and the friend is basically, you just had an accident, right? Wouldn't you be worried about your friend? Like, hey girl, how are you? What's wrong with your body? Especially if you love her. But he was checking his own body and checking his bike. Oh, my eyes, hold on. And checking his bike to make sure his bike was okay. And so this girl is looking at him like, wow, do I mean anything to you? You're not even bothered about whether I'm okay or not. And so Lin Yi, who got into the accident with them, just gets up and walks over to her, and he starts checking her, and he's like, are you okay? And I think that was the moment it hit her that this dude doesn't care for me like I care for him. And so Lin Yi, our main lead, is checking, are you okay? Everything is everything. And so she realizes that her clothes, her gown or her skirt is attached to the bike, and it's strapped in the bike, and she has an interview to go for. So they try to remove the clothes from the bike, and then Lin Yi looks at her and says, are you in a hurry to go somewhere? And so she says, yes, I'm in a hurry. And you just tears the gown out. He walks away. He's like, well, now you can go where you have to go. And I'm like, this dude's crazy. Imagine that happening to your best dress and stuff, and he just tears it and walks away like, oh, it's fixed, go where you have to go. And that was our first meeting of Lin Yi. Turns out that Lin Yi is this really smart physics whiz. He's the best in physics in his class and stuff. And so, what's her name? They exchange bags unknowingly, and she goes for an interview with his bag, and he takes her bag. And so when she gets to her interview, they tell her to bring her resume and things like that, and she gives them a piece of paper and stuff, and it turns out that it's actually Lin Yi's physics documents and not her resume. And so she fails that interview just like that. And even at that interview, her friend leaves her instead of giving her support. Her so-called friend that so-called is supposed to love her leaves her to go play a basketball game. And so he abandons her again, second time. We're just meeting him, mind you, and we already are starting to not like him or care for him. And he basically lied to her to leave her, telling her he was going to buy her a new dress. Well, we all knew, and she knew, that he was lying. Anyway, he leaves. Now, Lin Yi was going to an exam that was very important for him to become part of this project by this huge professor to form this physics experiments. And when he got to the examination hall, he didn't have his ID because his ID was in his own bag. And that's when he realizes that they switched bags. Anyways, they both lose out on the things they wanted, and they meet to exchange their bags back. And so they exchange their bags back, and then they leave and stuff. Turns out that our female lead's mom, Momo, that's her name in the drama, Momo's mom finds a house for Momo to live that's closer to the new job place that she just found, and also closer to her university. And so Momo decides that, okay, she's going to live in that place, and she goes to live in that place. And in the middle of the night, while you know when you're living alone and you really don't care if your house is dirty and the house is really messed up, so the son of the owner of the house, who's her mom's best friend, comes into the house and sees his house destroyed. And it turns out that that son is actually our male lead, Lin Yi, and stuff. And our male lead comes in, and they see each other, and he's like, you're my mother's best friend's daughter, and she's like, you're my mother's best friend's son, and stuff. And so the parents try to convince them to live together, and her mom is like, you must not leave that house, you must live in this house. And her mom is trying to hook them up and stuff, that they must date. And basically, it's a story of how she finally lets go of that, her past love, and learns to accept Lin Yi's love. And I think one thing I really love about this drama is how much respect and love Lin Yi has for her, number one, and how, number two, Lin Yi was actually the first to fall in love with her before she fell in love with him. And it's just amazing to see the little things he does for her, how he's willing to learn things that he has no business learning and subjects he has no business learning just to help her out or to appear cool to her and go above and beyond for her and stuff. And he hates when people correct her. He's like, leave her to do whatever she wants to do, like her bad traits. If she wants to eat with her hand, let her eat with her hand. I don't care, it's none of your business, mind your business. I'm not complaining, I find it cute. And just those little things are what makes this drama just really nice to watch and endearing. So definitely check it out. It's being subbed on YouTube. There are only 4 episodes left to come out, and then there's one special. But if you can speak Chinese and you don't need subs, then you can watch all the episodes that are already out somewhere else. I'll put a link down below for that also. But I really like this drama. 2 episodes come out Friday and Saturday, making 4 episodes in a week and stuff. And like I said, I'll put a link down below. Definitely check it out. If you like idol dramas, just if you loved A Love So Beautiful, Love 020, dramas like that, then you're definitely gonna love this drama, and you're definitely gonna love Les Coupe De Foudre. So definitely check those 2 dramas out and stuff. Then, and oh yeah, they're in university, they're not in high school. The next drama coming out number 1 is My Classmate from Far Far Away. It's amazing how much love I have for this drama. I went into this drama not really having much expectations, but I'm so glad I went into it because I absolutely love it. And this is basically a drama about Lee Teresa, who plays Zhuan Mo, and Zuzi Ling, who plays Lee Hailan. And Zhuan Mo is this girl who is obsessed with Lee Hailan, and he's this intelligent, cool guy in the school who comes from a wealthy family, but he doesn't care for her and he doesn't like her, and they make her out to be this stupid girl who is bullied and stuff, right? Until one day she goes diving with her friend, and when she goes diving, her soul is exchanged with the soul of this girl who, I guess we can call her an alien, but isn't really an alien. In the story, it's told in that this girl, like the way Earth was created was from this alien. Let me just be calling her alien for the sake of calling her alien. And Earth was created from this alien. There was a destruction in the alien's planet, and so the alien puts in all her energy into creating Earth, and that's how Earth came to be thousands and thousands of years ago. And the reason why she did that is so that one day she's revived and she can bring back her planet called Kadosi again and stuff. So this girl's soul is basically exchanged with that lady's soul, and so she enters her body, and the Zhuan Mo, the original Zhuan Mo, the original owner of the body, makes this alien promise to protect her family, love her family, and also love the guy she loves. And the alien's like, yeah, sure, I'll tell you all that, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna do that and stuff, just to make her go away. And so that's the end of Zhuan Mo as we know her. I know a lot of people are confused if you're watching this and you're wondering if Zhuan Mo is dead or not. Yes, Zhuan Mo is dead. We'll never seen her again. She's gone. That's the end of her story. But this alien comes into the planet and comes into the world as Zhuan Mo. And when she comes into the world, she is totally different from Zhuan Mo. She acts like a robot. She is smart. She can do things that other people can't do. Like she can fight and stuff, and she just basically shocks everyone. Now that girl, the original Zhuan Mo, comes from this family where her mom remarried this guy and her stepbrother's always bullying her. But then when this new Zhuan Mo comes in, her stepbrother realizes by putting cameras in the house, and he notices that this girl is not acting like my sister, and there's something weird that each time I bully her, I fall asleep and I find myself somewhere else. And so he puts cameras all around the house, and he realizes that this girl is not normal and she has powers. So he confronts her about it, and after that they become best friends, like they become tight and stuff, and it's the cutest relationship change to just watch how how he has her back. And I like how they showed us signs that even though that guy used to bully the originals were more. There's this scene where this bad guys who basically this scientist who takes all the aliens that he finds and uses their energy for his own purposes and basically tries to kill them to take their energy. And when he finds out that this guy has been hanging around his sister without even knowing that his sister is an alien at that time, he basically has his sister's back for one moment, and that's when you realize, oh, he does care for his sister even though he's a bastard and stuff, which you then really see it in its full force when he realizes my sister is dead, this girl is an alien, and then they become besties and stuff. But they have the cutest relationship ever. And so this girl comes to school and suddenly a girl who always took last is first, and she beats Lin Yi, and that just makes him mad because he's always first. And the reason why Lin Yi gets first is not because he's smart. There's a twist, which I don't know if I should tell you the twist, but it's the most funny twist ever, which he's not really smart, but he basically cheats to get first, and I will tell you how he cheats because that's the best part of it all. But yeah, I can spoil it for you that he cheats to get first, but I will spoil how he does the cheating. But it's the coolest thing ever, which makes you know that he isn't even though he cheats, you know, if he puts in the effort, he will still pass, if that makes sense. So anyways, Lin Yi is mad that this girl is suddenly taken first and she doesn't care for him anymore, and it's just like a 360-degree change or 180-degree change, and he's like, how did you change in one day from this person to that person? And she acts like she doesn't know who he is, she doesn't remember him, she doesn't care for him, and that just makes him more intrigued and interested in her until they form a bond and a friendship and ultimately fall in love. But it's a really nice drama that I think you should all check out. I love how the girl makes the whole alien character feel so real, like I buy into it, and it just makes me know how good of a character she is. If you see how different both characters are, how good of an actress she is. So definitely check it out. I'll put a link down below to the person who's subbing it, but you need to answer 3 questions to join her Facebook group for her to accept you. And if she accepts you, then you can definitely watch it. She's my favorite subber. Like, definitely if other people are subbing a drama, even if I've finished watching it, I always go to watch her subs because she puts in things that other people might not put in, that you might miss, especially like me. I'm learning Chinese right now, so it really helps to watch things that are more accurate than others and stuff. So I really love watching subs, and it's by Lan, who now has a YouTube channel, so definitely go check out her YouTube channel. But that is my classmate from far away. Those are the 10 dramas I'm currently watching. Other dramas that I recently just started: number 1, The Grave Craftsman with Yang Mi. When I am really into it, then I'll tell you what I think about it. Other dramas that I've watched that I really didn't talk about here that I think you should definitely check out: Exclusive Memory, Pachara Mantra, and Dr. Prisoner, which is a K-drama and stuff. But I'm also watching what's the drama? That drama with the idol, the K-drama with the idol. It's in my head, so, but I can't remember, with Ryan Gold and stuff. But I'm also watching that drama and I really like it too, but I haven't had time to actually tell you guys about it. So definitely check it out. Something else I did want to talk about is this website called Hotpot TV, which is basically a website that was created. As you all know, Drama Fever was shut down a while back, and some of the workers in Drama Fever came together and created this website called Hotpot TV, where they basically translate and sub Chinese, Taiwanese dramas, and even documentaries, which I think is so cool because I don't think I've actually seen any other website that actually goes the extra mile of subbing documentaries also. So if you're looking for somewhere, if Viki is not really for you because you don't like the timed comments and you want something different that reminds you of Drama Fever, definitely give Hotpot TV a try. It's totally free right now. and you can definitely sign up, or even if you don't sign up, you can definitely still watch the dramas and stuff. So definitely do give them your support, check them out. They have a wide variety of dramas, and all these certain dramas that I actually saw on the website, I'm like, oh, I forgot that I actually watched this drama. Oh yeah, this drama really exists, and it just brought back memories. So definitely do check out Hot Pot TV and let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to, and no, this is not sponsored at all. They didn't give me money or anything to basically tell you about them. It's just something that I did want to do. They reached out to me and told me about their website and told me to check it out, and if I liked it, I should definitely tell others about it. And so I checked it out and I really did like it. So obviously I'm telling you all about it because I liked what I saw, and it's always nice to help people in the drama community grow. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you definitely check out Hot Pot TV. Check out all the dramas that I've watched. If there's any drama that you're currently watching that I haven't mentioned and you think I definitely need to check out, let me know in the comments down below so I get to it. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and keep being the awesome, beautiful people you are. From me to you all, you know I've got nothing but love for you. Stay awesome.